Welcome back, everyone, to another My Living Media podcast. Today, we have a very special guest. We have CEO of Flavor South Florida, Terry Pazey. Thank you for being here. We're so excited to have you here. If you could just start off with a little introduction and tell our audience who you are and what you do.
Well, I run Flavor South Florida, which is South Florida's largest restaurant month. It takes place every September, and it is incredible. Restaurants participate with dining deals, 3 courses or up to 6 courses for a discounted price. And it ranges beginning this year, ranges from Treasure Coast to down to Boca.
Wow, that's nice. And why in September? What is that? Is there a significance to the month of September?
So Brianna Beatty is the founder. She started Flavor in 2007. A lot of restaurants struggle in September because it's our slowest month of the year for all businesses, but especially for restaurants in Florida. So it's not quite season and it's not really summer anymore. It's just a funny month. And it's nice because it gives the opportunity to the restaurants to get a little business in the door.
Yeah, that's honestly the perfect time because, I mean, if you think about it, it really is. It's not summer, but it's a little right before season. It's just like the perfect month for it.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved with Flavor of South Florida? Like, what led you to becoming the CEO?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, my background is restaurants and marketing. And I started working in restaurants when I was 14 when I lived in New York as a hostess, and then went on to be a server, bartender, general manager, catering director, everything but the kitchen, basically. So I don't belong in there. And so then I moved here and I was doing marketing for restaurants.
Okay.
And I actually participated in Flavor from the restaurant side of it. Met Brianna at that point. About 3 years ago, she was ready to pass the torch, and I was lucky to receive it. And so then here we are today.
Yeah, that's so exciting. That's definitely, I feel like that's such a, great opportunity for you and just such a fun thing to be, involved with and the CEO with. So how do you hope Flavor will impact the local community and beyond? And what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
Well, I think it does a very, very good job getting the community excited about it and really getting the restaurants excited. They come up with some great menus during the program, some things that usually aren't on their menu, or they're trialing a new item that they want to possibly launch in season. And it's just nice to meet everybody and, get everybody excited about food. If you think about it, when you're having dinner with your family, right, that's your time to really talk to people and gather around that table.
Yeah.
Right. So in essence, that's what we're doing as a community. So I feel like there's a really nice aspect to it that brings people together. Mm-hmm. So that's a huge part of why I love the program.
Yeah. I think it's nice too, because I was actually telling Lewis, I was looking at your guys' website and there were a lot of restaurants I had actually never heard of before. So it was like a good...
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, wow, I didn't know that place existed. Like, I'm going to have to go check them out during Flavor just because, they were on your website.
That's great because it's 50-50, I think.
Yeah.
Either you're getting a deal at a restaurant that you are regular, and love, you've been there a billion times and you know it. And that's it, right? And then the other aspect is to go check out those brand new ones that either have just opened or you've never heard of, or that's a brand new experience. Yeah. That's actually like my favorite thing about Flavor. People go to the website. We launched the menus on August 6th. And that day, we might have broke the internet because there were that many people on the website looking at the menus, and they strategically plan out their September, plan out their dinners. And it really is like that much of a thing, it's so exciting for people.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at that and I was like, I'm going to text my girlfriends and let them know where we're going to be going this month, because obviously, like, I'm from Stewart. I know the restaurants around here, but down south, I'm kind of unfamiliar. So just having that. And I saw too that there's like a little Yelp map that kind of shows.
Yes.
That's nice.
I love the Yelp map. That's new this year. And it is neat because it can sort by location or by rating, cuisine, anything. And that's a fun feature that just launched this year.
Nice. So is it mainly our local restaurants, like our mom and pop restaurants that run? Like, are there any corporate, or is it just really for our local businesses and restaurants?
So luckily for us, we have a lot of local, really, really good restaurants, really talented chefs, like award-winning chefs, right? Seriously, Michelin star, James Beard Foundation, and they're right here in our backyard. Um, it's interesting because I see our culinary scene growing tremendously. I spent time in New York, Miami, and our restaurants are, if not better, than those places. And they keep coming here, which is amazing. So I love the fact that we have these mom and pops. We do also have a few corporate, Melting Pot, Ruth Chris, Capital Grill.
Okay.
So there's a good amount. Morton's just signed on. There's a good amount. It's a nice mix.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So are there any highlights for this year or newcomers that you're excited about?
Some down south that we have that have just they haven't even opened their doors yet. There is the Salty Zebra, which is formerly Casa Cana.
Okay.
There's Sophia's, which is formerly Cork.
Oh, yeah. I actually was in Hobe Sound the other day and saw that.
Yeah. They are opening just in the nick of time for flavor. So that's exciting.
I'll have to check them out.
And then some further south, the House is brand new. Ona Coastal Cuisine is brand new. The Tula at Emrit on Singer Island is brand new. So there are a lot of new ones.
Awesome. So I also noticed on your website there was a staycation portion of Flavor. Do you want to tell our audience a little bit about that?
Also new. So I love staycations. I am a sucker for them. I love a hotel and I like room. So does my son. He loves room service. He gets pancakes. So this year we have so many restaurants that participate in Flavor for years that are located in resorts. PGA National, Marriott, Singer Island, tons, right? So Cafe Boulud at Brazilian Court. So I went to them this year and I said, we really want to implement this staycation and help you drive tourism and help you get the most of their Flavor experience. So 8 of them have opted in to give up to a 30% discount during the month of September. One in particular, I know it's $200 or so for the night. And then you can get 2 Flavor dinners for free. So you're getting $200 for the room and 2 dinners. Like, that's insane. That's unheard of.
Oh, yeah. Wow. And is there particular locations, like, are they more down south or are they kind of spread out?
No, they're spread out. So Marriott Hutchinson Island,
Okay.
they're doing it. Their property is gorgeous. I'm actually staying there next Friday.
Oh my gosh.
And it's right on the beach. And all the way, down south to PJ National is part of that. Palm Beach and Manalapan is part of that. And there's many times of the year you cannot get a discount at these particular resorts because they are luxury resorts. But some of these deals are, like I said, like $200 a night up to like $260. And so it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I was going to say that would be like something right up my girlfriend and I's alley. Like, we love to do staycations. We love to go out and have a good meal and get great drinks. So that just sounds like something. It's like a treat to the locals here.
Yeah, we have like the perfect paradise in our backyard.
Yeah, we do.
That's why people are like, oh, you want to go here? And I'm like, why would I leave here? Like, this is great here. People come from all over the world to come to our backyard. Like, it doesn't make sense for you to leave.
Yeah, and like you stated earlier, we really are lucky. We do have a lot of great restaurants in this area, just a lot of unique things that I've never seen anywhere else but here.
Yeah. And I'm really excited to hear that you were looking at the South County restaurants, being in Stewart, because I feel like we launched Flavor Martin 2 years ago, and they had their own program in October.
Okay.
It just made more sense for me to join the forces this year because I love that you, as a Stewart resident, are looking at restaurants in Jupiter.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that Jupiter folks are looking at the Stewart restaurants as well. It's only 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's really down US 1, 18 minutes for a door. So it's not far. And I think it's a really great time for people to experience the different areas that we have and restaurants that they've never knew existed.
Yeah, especially for like the small little town of Stewart. I know there has to be people, that are looking at your website that are planning their, dinner dates down here for the month of September, whatnot with their friends. So when a restaurant is kind of considering Flavor, what are some of the benefits you tell them, or like what can they expect signing up for the month of September in Flavor?
A whole lot. Well, we have media packages set up for them.
Okay.
So those range from magazine ads to print ads, digital pieces, social media influencers. Um, I'm missing things. Radio,
Okay.
every facet that you can think of from a marketing perspective, we cover for them.
Great.
So they sign on. They send us photos and videos to use, and we put this whole package together and make it all flow because we want everyone to feel the love. I'm not going to single out one restaurant. So we want everybody to like feel excited and included.
Yeah, I was going to say, I also follow your guys' social media pages, and I feel like I always learn about restaurants that you guys post in there too. So that's nice.
Awesome. Happy
Yeah.
to hear that.
Yeah. So I feel like the influencers are super big, you know,
Yes.
especially like we've had some clients that they'll collaborate with our restaurants or just like influencers, and it brings in like a great amount of reach. So that's really nice that you guys offer that for, your participants.
I think the influencer piece is interesting and fun because it's an organic opinion.
Yeah.
They get to go experience and it's nice because a lot of them are my friends, and so it's just us having a dinner. We're having a dinner, but we're working, and they truly want to help promote these places. It's not a job in our minds. It's more like let's give back to the community type of feeling.
Yeah.
So it's I have the best job ever.
And I've noticed too, I feel like with a lot of the influencers like in South Florida and our local area, I just feel like they're different than the ones that you see on TikTok living out in California. They are real people. I just feel like everything's always so genuine. So
Yeah,
I know I look forward to seeing content from them because it just feels so real. So
me too. And I like the creativity aspect of it because we all say 8 of us go out to dinner together. We all are getting served the same food. We all are having the same experience. But the creativity aspect, when I see it, then they post it, it's all different and beautiful and unique. And it's nice because I love art and I love that that's able to show through from their perspective, their creative perspective.
Yeah, it's like everyone's own, like through their own POV point of
Yes.
view.
Mhm.
I love that. So are there any exciting plans for the future of Flavor South Florida? Anything on the horizon?
Yes, they are big, huge things on the way. And our 20th anniversary will be in 3 years, which in my brain, that's tomorrow. So that's very exciting. And that I'm looking forward to. So just, keep watching for the next 3 years.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm sure whatever it is, it will be great because I think it's just, a great event in general. Do you have like any memorable moments that you want to share from being the CEO and working, with Flavor?
Just the amount of people that I've met along this journey, really nice people, just people who have stolen my heart, that have become close friends, and the support has been just overwhelming. And I know everyone's excited and happy about it, but I could sit here and shout from the rooftops how I cry thinking about how happy it makes me that it makes people happy, And it's not that I'm even asking. People are offering to help. And I'm like, well, that's amazing. Like, I can't thank anybody enough,
I know I'm definitely looking forward to, I told you earlier, Blackbird, because I just love Blackbird, but I'm excited to, check out all the menus because I love food too. I really could eat anything. I like all cuisine. So, it's my type of event.
What's your favorite cuisine?
I'd say Asian.
Yeah, I like that too. But I also love a good taco.
Yeah, I know it's hard because I love tacos too. I also love Italian food. I really think it just comes down to like my craving because
Il Molino is really good for Italian. They're on Flavor. And La Masseria in Palm Beach Gardens, they have been on Flavor since the very beginning.
Okay.
And they're Italian. They're both amazing.
Yeah, I'll have to check them out because I think down to the core, I guess I will say Italian has always been my favorite. And then I feel like Asian and like Mexican cuisine, like those always kind of just swap depending on my mood. But
yeah. Have you been to La Freshetta? They're also on Flavor, and they're in Stewart.
yes,
In your backyard here.
I actually went to La Freshetta when they were doing Flavor last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's amazing.
She said that they were very busy for Flavor. I just saw her the other day.
Yeah, we were actually there because we were doing a dining review for the magazine, and it was during the month of Flavor, and they were busy. Like, there was just people waiting to like get seated.
I have a feeling that's going to happen to them again this year.
Yeah, no, and their food is amazing, so they totally deserve that. But I have two more questions for you. What is one thing you would like our audience to take from this podcast?
Ooh, well, I want to touch on the economical aspect, and really, it is all fun and pretty, and there's food and it's happy.
Mm-hmm.
There's the dark side to restaurants, and is that their labor cost is high, your insurance cost is high, your electric, your food cost, as we all know. Like, you go to Publix, the groceries are expensive, so they're incurring these things that we're incurring, right, on our regular daily bills on a huger aspect. And they're trying to keep their employees fed and employed with all these costs rising, right? So then what happens? Restaurants close.
Yeah.
They shut their doors. And people are, oh, I really love that place. I can't believe they closed. Why did they close? And then my question is like, well, when's the last time you went there? Like, it's our job as diners to keep them open. Like, if we're not there sitting in those seats ordering that food, they're going to close. It's inevitable, right? So that is the most important aspect to me, is just to support them and keep them open, because they're great and we're lucky to have them.
Yeah, that's a great message, because I think a lot of people don't stop and think about like what you just said. Like, they don't realize all of the costs that's going into it for those restaurants just to stay afloat and stay open. And then, they're not frequenting there, and it's just they're closing their doors. So it's like, we got to support our local restaurants, and this is a great event to do so and shed light on all of those restaurants.
Yeah, that's important. And it's also interesting. I feel like when Flavor began, it was more of a discount, or a discount program, like a cheap, get food on the cheap, which it's not that at all, right? Anymore. Was a little bit more appealing to older folks, I think. I'm talking like 10, 15 years ago when it started.
Yeah.
And it has just grown. And I've been speaking to people in their early 20s, and they're excited. Like, it's a cool thing. It's a trendy thing. And it's a fun thing. People want to be out with their friends. They want to be seen, and they want to be taking photos for Instagram.
Yeah.
So, and I did speak to somebody recently, and she said to me, she's like, well, no, I live home with my parents, and she's working 2 jobs, but she appreciates good food. So she's like, well, if me and my friends can go get these great deals, like, we want to take advantage of that, because we do care about what we're putting in our bodies. We have 2 vegan restaurants on this year.
Great.
Yeah. So it's like, people are a little bit more aware now with their food selections. So I found that very interesting, because when I was 22, I was putting, McDonald's in my body or something, right? So that's good. And it's nice that the younger generation is appreciating the food and the dining out aspect as well.
Yeah, I agree, because we were talking, I'm 25, and my girlfriends and I, when we like to spend time together, we're going to a restaurant to have, good food, good drinks. Like, that's our thing we do together. So that Flavor is just the perfect,
right,
opportunity for us to do so. And then, you get this awesome prefix menu, and I don't know, it's just a great way to try new places too, which I love.
And I'll bet you make tons of memories with your friends while you're doing it.
Yes. So Carrie, how can our audience follow along with Flavor South Florida? Do you have any social media pages you want to drop for them to follow? Website?
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
So we have our website is flavorsouthflorida.com, and there you can find all the menus, all the restaurants listed by location, FAQs, everything, and all the news press pieces are there. Everything's on there that you might need to know. Our Instagram is at Flavor South Florida, and our Facebook page as well. So you can follow along there. We do try to post some dines and giveaways in the stories, so it's a good place to poke around and keep lookout. And yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's a wrap on today's podcast. be sure to check out Flavor South Florida, guys. It kicks off this Sunday, September 1st, and it goes through the whole month of September, or
The whole month, but I will tell you that last year a few restaurants did extend it into October, but we'll keep you posted on that.
okay. And do you suggest, should they make reservations? Is that recommended? Does it,
Yes, I would always make a reservation.
Okay, perfect. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Carrie.
Thank you.
And I look forward to following your guys' journey for the month of September.